Like all of the tests that they've done to see if he had the talent were failures.
Okay. Because he can't see.
Why? He can't see what? Why can't he see?
Why? I don't know. Okay.
So what do you do to try to determine? You've made a statement, but he can't see.
You said he reacts to mages. Doesn't necessarily mean that he
But the reaction
sees.
is that more of pain.
Okay, you're expecting me to know what you're talking about.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
I'm not expecting you to know. And now, I would give you this one hint that might interest you, and it's completely meta.
I love that.
With regard to a conversation that we had on Saturday where I said no, this would be a maybe, a path.
Okay, but you told me no.
Right, because
So-
I hadn't thought on it. What? But that doesn't just because all the regular paths are no. But I could see where there would be a path that could be not exactly what you're looking for, but something that somebody else might desperately need and would guide you in the way of trying to, getting closer to what you're looking for.
Sir, I desperately want to be smart right now, and I'm not.
Okay.
I'm intrigued, but Okay, this took off much faster than I expected it to. What is happening? Okay, first of all, everything is fine. These are my best friends. Go back to some of my older videos where I talk about my DM being the kindest, sweetest person in the world. Yeah, that's him. We're fine. My game hasn't met in a few weeks because there were a lot of things happening. A baby was born, there was a wedding, all of like a crazy busy stuff. And so we've still been getting together once a week or so and talking about the game and the universe and things, but we haven't actually like had a game. And so I'm kind of like antsy, trying to like, I want character development, but obviously I can't because the story's not moving. But I asked him a question about like how the universe works, because I'm still pretty new, and so I'm like, is this how it works? This is how this works. It's okay. So given that, can I do this? And it has to do with can I temporarily disable people's magic? And we talked about it for a while, and the answer was no. The answer was no. That's not how the universe works. And you know what? That's okay. It's okay. So the next day, I show up at the house, and I walk in the door, and they go, "Oh, we were just talking about you. The last thing we said was, you know who'd be good to talk to about this? Her character." And I'm like, well, hello, I'm here. What's up? So they start to explain to me, there's this new character that's going to be introduced, and he's blind. But he should be able to see. His eyes work. But he can't see. And all the tests they've done to see if he has magic, because he can react to magic. He reacts almost painfully to the presence of a mage. But he doesn't have magic. And I'm like, well, no, of course not. Of course those tests don't work. And they're like, why? I'm like, because those tests have to do with being able to see the virtual creations, and if he can't see, why can't he see? I'm like, oh, well, you just said, yeah, but why? And there's a little bit, like, I cut stuff out, obviously. This is not the whole conversation, but, these are the funny parts. But I'm like, okay, but he's looking at me and he's asking these questions like, I should know. And I'm like, I appreciate that I should know, but I don't. Please give me something else. And he's like, okay, the conversation we had yesterday, where I said no, it's not necessarily what you asked, but it's kind of what you asked. Like, okay, but you said no, that's not how the universe worked. And he's like, well, I thought about it, and it kind of does. But no, I'm fine. These are my best friends, and everything's great. I appreciate the concern, though, and I thought about it, because I'm like, this is funny, but also, it does sound very aggressive. I sound very aggressive. I almost didn't post it because I sound like a mean person here. But no. What's happening? we're talking game stuff. Context, I barely had any. And yes, I'm doing great.